Well, howdy, dowdy, folks. This is Jorge Prospector coming in on location from my garage. Been kicked out of my studio. Uh, Kids have a new Mega Monster TV that was a nightmare to acquire at Costco. So I've been kicked out. And so that's how my Friday went. We got Ron in the house, new haircut and all.
Absolutely, I'm here to please. I got a cut because our fan base really wanted to see me with a sharper head haircut. That's what they were asking for. Better cards, better hits, and a new haircut for Ron.
Better hair, better car, better everything. No, but it's been, folks, it's been a doozy of the last 10 days. Ron has had a bunch of things go on. I've had craziness at the house, work travel. I just got back.
The work travel that was going to happen wasn't going to happen, then was back on again.
It did happen
Yeah.
eventually, and it was let's just say I spent 48 hours in the Caribbean only to fly back 48 hours after. So not necessarily a great travel experience. I hear that of all airlines, Spirit Airlines is now negotiating together with San Jose Airport a direct route
Oh,
to DC. That would mean the world to me because even if it's Spirit, I'd never flown it, and I know it's terrible. But if they offer a competitive route that doesn't take me to SFO to fly all the way to the East Coast where my office is, then that would be highly appreciated. As it stands, I have to fly the majority of times with a connecting flight, and yeah, I spent a good 10 to 11 hours yesterday just in the friendly skies. Not pleasant.
yeah. I used to do a Jacksonville turnaround where I'd fly out one afternoon and fly back the next afternoon from San Diego to Jacksonville. Those are never fun.
So, needless to say, it's a water and rip day today for me. I can't afford being even more dehydrated than I already am. So, but yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
Hydration,
So,
hydration, hydration. It's hot
right, there
across
you
the
go.
country. Stay hydrated, but don't spill on your cards.
There you go. In a second, I'm letting a few folks know. So yeah, apologies, folks. We unfortunately, well, let's put it this way. Technically, we did not break our streak because we did try to go live, and we did kind of go live um one random day. Was it
Yep.
this way or last week? No, it was this
It
week,
was
right?
last.
Right? No, no. Last week. Last week.
No,
Yes, it was last week.
I. All
I
I
think
know
it was last.
is that the realtor showed up with people to see the house, and
Was
it's
it
like I had to
Saturday
bug out.
or Friday?
It might have been Saturday.
Because
The days have run together with all
yeah
this house
we
nonsense going on.
because what did
This
happen. So again, we didn't want to break our streak of consecutive weeks going on live. So
that
we
was
did.
61.
Yeah, we did record. No, it was 60th. We did
Was
record
that
one
60? Okay.
because we just wanted to get it in the books, if you will. However, after we recorded and after it was a shitty job, and then Ron had to like leave mid. So I made the executive decision to, you know, unplug and not put it in the record. I mean, to take it off the air waves because it was such a poor showing by both of us that. But for the purposes of actually recording, we did record our 60. But I'm not counting it. This is technically a do-over episode. Um, all that
This
matters
is
is the intention of recording. So as far as I know, we did not interrupt our streak.
episode 60, part 2.
Pardue, like Wemby, French. Still deciding what to do with my Wemby card. I have not pulled the plug. Listen, I want the cash. I need the cash for my card purposes, but um, I've been debating, toying with the idea of listing it on eBay. At a starting price that I would feel okay. Worst case scenario, not receiving many bits, uh, but not sure yet. It's a raw card. It's in good condition. Here is a predicament. Here are the pros and cons, and I guess this is topic number one, even if it wasn't scheduled. The card is in good shape. Centering. This is a first Bowman Chrome. Uh, Basketball, whatever. First Bowman Chrome Wemby auto with the Metropolitans of France, whatever team jersey. So licensed, right? But just they're his quote unquote college. It's not really college, professional, but the Metropolitans, whatever. So his first Bowman Chrome auto, not numbered. Um, it raw, it sells for about 3K, I want to say, somewhere in the vicinity of 3K. Not many comps, just a few here and there. So 3K for raw. Now, the car that I hold, here's a predicament. It has a really strong auto. Apparently, there are some autos with some stretch. What do you call it? Stretch, I don't know, stretchy or
The way he
runny.
signed his elongated signature.
Yeah, something about the something. So something makes the ink look weird sometimes, or runny, or something. So the auto is clean, pristine. Centering, it's probably 60-40 or 55-45. Not perfect. So I feel very strong that it would get a 9, but it could hit a 10, uh, especially with that auto. Um, it would look nice if they were able to. If it doesn't have anything else, it would probably under PSA qualify as a 10. Now that's a big jump, right? Because tens are selling for like 5.5, so maybe 5.55. And I thought the Wemby market was kind of down, but I've been told that no, that it's
It
kind of up, and
seems to be
that
holding solid because they're
holding solid, and then coming off that season and them signing that point guard that signed with them, whatever his name is, the Allstate dude, uh, the insurance guy. What's he called? The
yeah.
small dude. You know what I'm talking about? A former
Yep.
point guard of the Phoenix Suns. What's his name? Anyways, so I think they're going to have a better team. There's probably going to be a little bit of hype surrounding him at the starting of the season, so it's probably maybe not the perfect time to sell. Uh, so I don't know. I'm in that predicament. I did the numbers. I ran the numbers, and Assad helped me with it. Kudos and hello to Assad if he's watching. Um, it's not a bad deal to try to. If you get a 3K number raw after fees, this and that, you don't come out that bad, considering that you're not running yourself.
Yeah. Well, you're not coming
No
out bad.
risk
Also,
PSA.
in the when you look at it, the fact that you pulled it, it's a pack pull, so
Yeah,
you're going to be doing
yeah,
well no matter
yeah.
what you do with it,
No matter what, and then you have to
and
account
that
for
would
PSA
yeah.
fees, eBay fees if you sell it. Now, do I sell it at the National? Do I make a trip to the National just to sell it? I don't know.
Uh,
It's one of those things where, like, I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I want the cash because I want to acquire significant amounts of Sapphire. Topps Chrome Sapphire. It's coming, and it's coming nice, and I want that product, but it's going to be expensive. Ron, that's a topic for maybe Coffee and Rip episode 64 or something. That's coming.
yeah.
Winter is coming. I should make a thumbnail with Sapphire is coming.
We it is, but where are you going to be if you didn't sell your Wemby? Where would you be? You'd still be scooping up Sapphire.
I mean, they'll scoop it up, but Sapphire has a price. Because here's the thing: Sapphire, this particular edition of Sapphire, with Jason Dominguez, with Ellie, with everyone that we know, right?
Yep.
It's not necessarily a flip only product. Like
It's a
there's
you
an
could
argument
you could break
for
it
ripping.
down.
There's
Yep.
an argument for ripping and submitting. There's an argument for holding. Um, It's
Well,
gonna be
for a
very
guy who
interesting.
just bought a TV that's too big to fit in his SUV,
No, but
you know.
Costco to do it. No, Ron. No, no, no comps. Apples to like shoot to kiwis. Uh, TVs now are like 500
I
bucks at
know.
Costco.
It's
By the way,
amazing
it's
how
crazy
cheap
how
they are.
the TV I just bought probably 5 years ago was probably like 3K.
Yeah.
Now it's like 500 bucks. Anyways, so no,
Well,
but what I was saying is Sapphire is coming and it's coming strong, Ron. And we got to make choices. We've always talked about making choices.
where we spend our dollars. Well, let's first off the tier one product that everybody's ripping right now. Hopefully, people didn't buy that. That is horrid.
Hopefully,
Second,
people
you've
did buy it. F it. Hopefully, people did buy it and
well,
spend less
hopefully,
and leave me some Sapphire for me.
yeah, hopefully, our folks didn't buy it. Hopefully,
Well,
they've
we've been
listened
preaching
to
for a
sticker
while.
autos and
We've
stuff.
been telling people for a while what to buy, what not to buy. Tops keeps putting it out because Tops is not listening to Coffee and Rib.
Nope. Museum collection comes out
Same,
Monday, Tuesday. I don't remember which day. The 8th. Again, another place
same
to
kind of thing.
pass. Yeah, pass. Save the money. Chrome is around the corner now. Chrome could be a buy.
Oh, Chrome will be a buy. Hobby
Chrome.
boxes for okay. I guess let's get into it. That's a good segue. First topic. Actually, no. Well, yeah, we can talk. We can start with Topps Chrome. We took our chance. We took our shot at explaining this in our defunct episode 60 recording. Um, we took a stab at it. It looks. I haven't done the number. I mean, I did the numbers myself. What we started saying in that episode is that there was a minor. I ran the numbers, using the orange refractors and all that stuff, and I came with the number of hobby boxes and jumbo boxes printed by Tops. I don't have my notebook with me, but I think I recall what it is. Hobby boxes again compared to last year. Last year
Yeah.
the number was 107K, 107,000 hobby boxes printed. This time around is 121. I think I said something like that. So probably you're looking at a 10 to 12, 10 to 15 percent bump, which is understandable. Giving the current market and it's crazy given the price bump.
Yeah.
But that's the number. Now, the huge bump seemed to be in the number of jumbo hobby boxes printed, which doubled, according to my estimations. Doubled. I think, again, I don't have my notebook with me, but I want to say it was somewhere close to 29K. Does that ring a bell?
It
Ron, 29K
it
last
does.
year
At
and 60 or close to
yeah,
60,000.
almost double this year.
No, double for sure. I mean, again,
Yep.
give or take probably a few thousand, but
Yeah.
it was close to double, close if not double the number of jumbo boxes printed. It kind of makes sense. They were selling them, pushing jumbo cases like crazy. And it kind of makes sense because jumbos have more autos, and the number of autos also went up in this product to what is it, 150, 155, something like that. So
Number of players went up and the number of autos went up.
yeah. I want to say that they did good last year on reducing the junk auto people. But I think this year they went back to like, hey, let's, you know, so I don't know what that means. I haven't looked at or I did look, but I didn't pay that much attention to the actual auto checklist. And listen, the good guys are there, right? All the good
Yep.
guys, except who was it? Except someone.
We thought Jackson Merrill wasn't there, but you found
No, he
Jackson
is. He
Merrill.
is.
Is it Jackson Churio that wasn't there?
Someone doesn't have an auto. Holiday does, even though I thought he didn't. But pretty much everyone is there. But there's also a good chunk of like, I think veteran autos, right? If I recall.
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, and there's a few retired players as well.
few retired players. So they went back to that well. Uh, I don't know. It's a fine line because remember this product used to be labeled the what do you call it? The rookie chrome auto product, something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
home of the
and
rookie auto,
home of the rookie auto, right?
something
And
like.
so at some point they said, okay, do we still use that moniker, but then like increase it to 100 and something relief pitcher autos, or do we reduce it and then maybe bring in some veterans? I don't know. I don't know. I would, for me, I would hate my auto to be like Andrew Jones, or like Tim Raines, even though he's a Hall of Famer now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like that's like $15 auto, right? That would suck
Uh,
if you rip
yep.
now a $200 box. And your auto is Andrew Jones,
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim Salmon. I mean, whoever, right? Like something like that. So that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the print run. So I also did some research on parallel and autos and bang for your buck and all that, and it does look like, I guess my read of it is that the hobbies are a better call for the majority of parallels that you want, because that's another thing, as you would explain. Now, I don't have an issue with this, but let's just put it out there. Now, Topps has now ridiculously increased the number of refractors. Now there's
Yep.
aqua something something something. There's like 34 of them.
Pretty close when you
33,
count in all
34
the
of them.
specials, all the special
Yeah.
cards, and all the extra sets. Yep.
Everything that says refractor and numbered, I counted 33 or 34. And that's not including a product that comes out next year. It's called the damn it, there goes my punchline. The rectal fractor, number out of 2. Number to 2. That comes out next
You
year.
set yourself up to throw your joke out, and you just couldn't
I
deliver.
know, and
so
I completely
we'll work
botched
on
it.
your delivery next time.
I completely
That was
botched it, but that's a good one. Rectal fractor, number to 2.
Number 2.
No, but in all seriousness, there's a lot of refractors. And listen, I don't care. That's great. If you want to give everyone a shot, I think, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to appease everyone. Hey, you got something out of your box. We all know that anything that holds value in this hobby, it's blue, it's gold, it's orange, red.
I still have those hanger boxes. I cracked one the other day just because I was out there looking for something to do. Yeah.
Oh, you kept some
pulled
without, you put it in your storage thing?
They were in one of my boxes that actually went yesterday, but
okay.
It was out there before it went. I said, let me rip one of these, and I pulled a /50. It's like, oh,
50?
cool. But some pitcher, it's like, it's like, yeah, it's like,
funny. We ripped live. Todd, if you're watching, comment down below. Who's here, by the way? Hello to everyone who's here. Please drop us a comment if you're here. Let me write it out. Drop us a comment if you're here, so we can shout you out. We ripped live. I will believe it was Todd's box the other day, and we pulled the 1 of 1. Todd's here. What's going on, Todd? We pulled the 1 of 1. What is it? What was it? A Dodger card? Yeah, a Dodger card. I think it was, right? Something like that. Private chat. What's private about this? Hello.
Oh,
wait, this is private? I thought this was.
I thought that was public. Maybe you're chatting in the YouTube.
There is a private chat too. I see. You said hello, Todd, in private. That's what it was. I was like, what's going on?
I'll have to figure out what it is.
Here you go. Dodgers
comments.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
We pulled the 1 of 1. It's the funniest thing because we're like the 1 of 1 came in front of a numbered card. I don't know what it was, or I can't recall, purple or something. And then we flip it. We're like, oh, this looks shiny and like rainbow foily. And when I look back, it says 1 of 1. I'm like, oh, so that's what that platinum looks like in this product.
You pulled the platinum. Oh, very nice.
Platinum of the Dodgers. What was it? Todd, remind us. Was it? It was a 22 Topps first edition. which at the time was a $500 box. So a fancy box where you could get your Wonder Francos. Now you won't hit the Wonder one of one anymore if you have that product, because I know the person who pulled it, uh, and he actually sold that card for 75K, something like that.
Wow.
Yes, and that card is now worth probably like $5. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it's not worth
Yeah.
more than a few $100. Um, ain't that crazy? Imagine that person didn't hold that card.
Yeah, I
Imagine that.
remember people pulling them and just yelling and screaming about it. It's like, oh my God, look, I pulled this
I mean, I pulled a
Wander
few big
Franco.
cards with him. I traded, so I to this day I don't know if I was played or not. But about 5 to 6 months before the news came out, I got a really good deal on his rookie SB or SSP flagship PSA 10, and I got a pretty decent deal. Like probably 30 or 40% off comps. And I was like, man, this is a good buy. And I don't know, that person may have been, you
In the
know,
know.
who knows, man? Because at the time to give me 30, 40% off, I don't know. It was a little bit too good to be true, so I jumped on it, and the fool is me. Uh, so yeah.
Well,
Anyway, Top Strom. What else
yep.
with Top Strom? Oh, so my assumptions, again, assumed, pardon the redundancy, that that hobby packs have 3 base cards, because every hobby pack, I believe, has some type of insert in hobby and jumbo.
With the number
Oh,
of
that's another
inserts
thing.
they have.
Product is ridiculously insert heavy. If you guys haven't seen, there's inserts for days in this product. Some more desirable than others, but the majority are pretty common. And but I'm excited. Did I buy a box? Did you buy a box?
I didn't buy a box.
I got a hobby.
I've been investing in all of this.
You've been investing in packaging boxes, in moving boxes.
Oh my God, yes.
Uh,
Home Depot has got all my card money now.
you've been buying Home Depot stock.
I tell you what, I bought 50 plus bags of garden mulch to dress up the property.
Crazy. But I'm sure the house will sell
Uh,
well if it hasn't
yep,
already
it's already inked.
in the process.
Yep,
That's good.
it's in escrow now.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
After
Congratulations.
36 hours offer.
Well, we'll know who'll be buying a few cases of Sapphire. I'm gonna have to leech off of you.
I need to get through this escrow first.
I know, right? Let's not count our Sapphires.
Don't count our sapphires before we're escrowed.
Exactly. That's a good one. I like it. Sounds natural. Yeah, but I want to get my hands on more Chrome. I don't know if the product's gonna go down though. We talked about the price situation on episode 59, I believe. It jumped significantly, even more so than I thought, because I really wasn't counting at the time we made those comments. I wasn't counting pre-sale prices. Pre-sale prices were like 130 or something like that. And so it's not a jump from 140, 159 to 189. It's 129 to 199. To 189, so it's almost 100% increase. That is that's beyond nuts.
Yeah, it was a huge jump in price, especially considering that they added more cards to the set. So they upped the number of cards. Yeah,
30% more. And when you look at it from that lens, I think that you would think that Jumbo is a better value, because Jumbo jumped, but not by the same percentage vis-a-vis hobby. Because I think Jumbo like 339 or something, or 349, something like on pre-sale.
349.
Something like, I mean, from last year. I mean, I think that the most, like, the marked difference in price was in hobby. or they may have jumped by the same percentage. I'm pretty sure Hobby jumped by a lot more. And again, jumbo boxes have three autos.
Yep.
So, but at the same time, bang for your buck. The numbers I saw say that you get more value out of Hobby just
Yeah.
based on the
And
odds.
with the jumbo, you're looking at, you're getting, you're not going to get three great autos. You're going to get maybe one decent one, a couple bad ones. $135 an auto, I think, is what we talked about the price.
And remind me, Chrome is not like flagship, right? Man, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm so off. Jumbos don't have like any. The jumbos have silver packs? Or am I tripping? In Chrome? No, right?
I don't think so.
No, it's just the cards. Yeah.
It's just
So, because you would think. Now, this is what I told people, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Ron. I think I started talking about this in our last episode that is not live. What I think the play was in terms of the national, right? That was last episode that I. Because what I was saying is like this product is gonna come out what, in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that, 2.5 weeks,
coinciding with the national.
Yeah, shortly before the national, very
Yep.
shortly. So maybe a week or something like that. You probably get your boxes about a week before the national, or maybe a little less than that. And so because Tops does that exchange, that rip the seal and exchange for you, where they give you that silver national pack if you
buy certain products.
Yeah, if you rip the seal, if
Yeah.
you take it, you don't have to buy it there. You can take it to the national.
Oh, I didn't realize it was also a take there.
No,
So,
people go
okay.
with pack with boxes, cases and stuff. If you buy it now, it's just it depends on when you get them, right? Because that's the thing. I don't know. I think they strategically do that so that you don't get. Most people don't have the boxes by the time the national comes around. But even if you buy it there, and it's going to be massively available there. People just take cases and get their 12 packs, and those packs sell. They sell for like $75 on site. So if you're going to rip Hobby, that's what you want to do. You want to tell someone that's at the national, if you're not there, buy me a case, sell the national packs, and then that makes your box like super affordable. Because then you would think that even with even with more you would think that even if you have more base cards, you will still get a decent number of buyback cards.
That was the other thing, the MVP buyback as part of this whole thing. So you get some value.
Now.
Yep.
You get good value, but you get less now because
they saturated it.
You're gonna hit less of them in every hobby or jumbo. So, but what I'm saying is that I think that's the way to get value out of this. I mean, not the only way, because I don't think this product is going to be going down in price. That's another interesting analysis. To this day, the life price on 23 Chrome is about the same as last year. It hasn't moved much. A lot of that has to do with the rookie class, which is strong in 23 as well, with Gunner and Atlee and who else? Corbin.
You had Corbin Carroll. You had it was Jeremy Pena.
It was mostly Gunner now.
Yeah.
Volpe.
We'll get to
Jordan,
the Volpe in a minute.
You got a few under the radar prospects that may still pan out, like Jordan Walker and
Michael Harris II, etc.
Yeah, that guy and Corbin, if he ever recovers from his shoulder. But at least with Volpe, Gunner, and Atlee, those three provide a very strong floor. And so that product still to this day sells well. So again, I think hobby boxes are the way to go, just based on value. Hopefully you can get them at a good price. They're not going to come down in price. So I would look to see if you get them at close to opening price. If you have the national, get some packs, reduce your cost basis, get some buyback.
That's the one where you make the play of buying it from one of the other online
Yeah,
resellers, so you're not paying the tax.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But they usually the online sellers already price that in because usually I mean
Not
I know for
always.
a fact not always you're right and if you can wait maybe you get them but like I said who knows because I don't think that product is gonna go down. So,
Yeah.
but right now, to your point, I think uh, either Blowout or David Adams has them at around 210, something like that, 220, 210, and that's about what the price is after taxes with tops. Um, so, but I don't think the product will go down, at least not for a few months. Um, we'll see. That's the play. The other interesting play now, switching gears to retail, is so blasters went up $5. Last year they were 35. This year they're 40. Now this year they are guaranteeing some type of something. I forget what it is. They added something in addition to the pings and the whatever sepias or whatever. I think they added something that makes it interesting. Um, but I think there may be some value based on what I saw on the charts I saw on monster boxes because monster boxes have those X factors that even though they're not numbered like they are in Update Chrome, um, they still sell pretty well as an
Yep.
unnumbered refractor. X factors sell really well, and you get a shit ton of them in every case of monster boxes. You get like 240 something like that. You get a ton. In every monster box, you get a ton of X factors. I forget what the number is, but you get a decent amount. Um, and then you had chances at other things. You have chances at autos. And the price point when I saw it was 60-ish, 65. Now you don't get double. You don't get double the number of
No,
cards. That's why it's not 80. You get about 70 something cards. Um, in blasters, you get what 7 plus 4, 28.
that
Sounds
sounds
about
about
right.
right. That
Yeah,
sounds
because
about
it is
right.
7 packs. It's not 6. It's 7. Some people were saying that they reduced the number of packs. No, I think it's still 7. Um, 28, and I think I'll look it up. But anyways, I saw that they're available on GameStop. Yeah, GameStop now sells cards, and on one of those blowout or something else for around 65 to 70.
Yep.
So if I'm doing retail, I think that's what I'm doing. Anything else, Ron, on Topps Chrome?
No, that's on Topps Chrome.
Yeah, there
We
are some inserts. I mean, listen, this is Topps Chrome has so many angles. There are some really
Yeah,
interesting inserts that they put on that checklist. Some people are kind of freaking out about what those what do they call them? Streaks or stretch or there. Some people there is a very limited number to 5 or something. Very short printed uh, sketches. I think it's called sketches. I don't know. Some people are thinking that those are gonna be like really solid autos or something. Also, some people are really flocking to getting those buyback autos from Acuna from his 40-70 season.
yeah.
Uh, that would be interesting. And who was the other MVP? Otani was it?
Oh, Tony.
Was the other buyback right?
Yep.
Acuna and Otani. So there will be some Otani buyback autos because I think that's what they do it for. Is for putting autos.
And since we're on the subject, happy birthday, Shohei.
It's today, right?
Yeah, 30.
30. Wow, what a monster. Uh
Yeah.
so yeah, so we'll see. I think we'll talk more about Pops Chrome as it comes out. But for now, let's switch gears a little bit. Maybe Top Series 2, a little bit about the Jackson Holiday.
Oh, yeah,
There's
the
been apparently
12.
now 3 more parallels discovered.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
know about this?
No, I didn't know there were 3 more. We knew about the saw cut.
So
We knew about the white, the black, the
yeah.
fun face, the
Mhm.
scribble.
So Fun Face, 2 blacks, 2 whites, uh, 2 blacks, 2 whites, Fun Face, the
Saw
regular
cut.
batting one, which is like
Yep.
probably a very available SP, I would imagine. Then there's the saw cut thing, which you knew about, right?
Yep.
But then apparently now, and this is what got people kind of tripping out and trying to decide whether Tops has even more tricks up their sleeve or more like or stupidity really down their sleeve. Is that now there are apparently versions of saw cut that are so apparently there is a how do I don't want to butcher it. Apparently there's a saw cut card that in the back says above the number says saw cut. There is a version that is not saw cut, but the back says saw cut or something like that. And then there's a version with the actual saw cut in the front and nothing in the back. Like there's no reference to it. Something like
They're
that.
just playing with little
They're just
things.
playing with, or I mean, maybe that it was an error. Who knows, right? It's maybe they're playing with the fact, like, oh, we actually did an error.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being ridiculous. So yeah, that's kind of stupid. I don't know if people are still ripping that. It's still a good rip. It has good players, but it's gonna be saturated with top Chrome very soon.
Yep. Yep. Well, and going back a little bit, since we're talking about the product, things like that, it's a nice set. Really, they put everybody in there.
Yeah.
That was what surprised us. So it's a good set if you're looking for some of these rookies who weren't readily available.
It's a good set. I myself love parallels. I love SSPs. Um, Listen,
King of the SSPs.
I love those golden mirrors. I feel now. Do I love that everyone has a golden mirror? No.
No.
Do I love that the choice of images in the golden mirrors is very very weak, leaves a lot to be desired in the majority of cases? Uh, yes, right, obvious. But the fact that there is Independence Day to go after, Mother's Day, Father's Day, camo, SSP, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yep. It's a lot of the same things again. And the holiday foil series matches the Easter themed series that they had in series one. So you'll have some stuff. Hey,
What's
there's
up,
a
buddy?
ripper.
You're
How's that
live.
new TV?
How's that new TV? He says
Good.
it's good. Okay, you're making your on-screen debut. What you need? More cookies, crackers. Man, this is tough to open, buddy. Here we go. Don't eat all of them, okay? Get like two. Share with your sister.
Okay, my sister already knows.
Okay. Don't eat more than two, please. Yeah.
You're a
So
trusting soul.
I know. So yeah. Any tops now? Shenanigans that we need to talk about?
No, well, the only thing we've noticed with tops now is the lack of autos. There's only been very few autos. The only rookie auto really has been the Mero Relic auto from Card 31. Other than that, they haven't been doing anything. We think, is it because they're pushing people to the other product? Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder
Or
why.
is it just such a hassle for them to get these things autoed with the
It
active
is.
players?
It's a combination of two things. It's a combination of it's very easy to just buy a base and
Yep.
chop it off in our timeline as fast or as slow as we want. Cheaper as well to do that than to actually secure rights from a player
Yep.
and MLBPA and all that negotiation. Now, it's definitely cheaper to acquire a bat or a base. And then logistics, yeah, like to get someone to sign. What is it? How many? Like 400 something cards after you add it up.
It was close.
Something
It
like
was
that.
398, I believe it was, somewhere
Something like
around
that.
there.
So
Yeah.
you have to catch the right person in the right
Yep.
homestand or the right trip. It's a logistics nightmare. Staffing
Yeah.
to go to secure the autos. Um, then some players are prima donnas, even if they have if they're contractually bound to sign them. It happens. It just takes a
Yeah.
while sometimes, and especially if they don't need the cash. And and what else? And so yeah, usually catch them at the All-Star break or whatever. You can get them all in the same room.
Well, I know the big disappointment for you was that James Wood didn't get a bat relic.
Yeah, I mean,
A
I
wood
thought
relic for James Wood. It
I
makes
thought
sense.
I thought that was a huge
Oversight.
letdown.
Yeah. Huge
That
oversight by them. They
that his
missed
first base, and
missed
maybe
an
they're saving
opportunity.
it for his rookie card because as of right
Yep.
now he's a call up.
Yep. Our next thing that we really should delve on is this All-Star game coming up. The All-Star game is going to be in
lineup.
Texas. 3 Phillies.
They did a marvelous. I mean, it's not the first time that a team does that. Make this marketing push. Atlanta did it too last year with Orlando Arcia. I mean, he had good numbers, but it's a popularity contest. But I don't like the fact how it's so easily manipulated by a particular market that launches a ridiculous campaign.
Well,
And,
it used to be LA and New York dominated those things, and that's back in
but
the
when
days
the team
when
doesn't
they
have
handed
really
out
someone to push, like the Mets
Yeah.
just have Lindor, they're
I
not going to
rem-
go overboard.
Yeah, I remember years ago, ushers handing out stacks of those things to you, and you'd sit there and just fill in the dots on stacks of them, get your team in there. That's the reason I think it was the 1985 All-Star game, there was like 5 Padres in the starting lineup that year. Yeah, crazy.
I took a look. I took a very cursory look at the lineup, and the only name that stand out that was like, one of these things does not look like the other. To me was Trey. Initially Profar, but then you got me to look at his numbers, and he is worthy based on numbers.
Yep.
Now, is he lucky that Acuna is hurt, Mookie is in shortstop, and a few other things went his way? Yes.
Absolutely. Padres wouldn't be where they are today, though.
Yeah,
but still fight for it without him.
He was the one that, after further review, makes sense. Now, Trey Turner, I cannot justify.
20 games?
For the love of me. With 40-something games, 3 homers, 25 RBIs. Yeah, does he have 40-something runs scored? Yeah. I mean, but I can name you like 7, 10 players who have 44 runs scored. Is he hitting 343? Is that really a mark now? How much WAR does he? I don't know. I'm more modern when it comes to that. I don't.
Well, with as few games as he's played, it doesn't make sense to have him there.
Lindor, even his average is whatever his WAR is higher. He's got about 15 homers and 40-something RBIs, and even what's his name, Willie Adames. He has ridiculous good numbers. Even better than Lindor's. Now his average is trash, but again, we're not measuring this on average anymore. So I don't know. It seemed odd, and given the fact that Alec Bowen made it and Harper made it, it just seemed to me that there was a marketing push, and that's it. And I hate it when it's a marketing push.
Yep. Well, and then on the opposite side of that, you look at the fact that the Dodgers only have Ohtani.
Yeah. Well, Mookie's injured.
But
you would think that he would be. Yeah, you would think that he. But who's this already shortstop?
I don't know who is. I don't know who it's going to be. Isn't it Turner?
It's Bobby Witt, likely, right? Bobby Witt?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Which again, you can't really fight that. No, but that's AL. NL.
It's going to be Turner. Turner, right?
You're right. Yeah, but
So you've got Turner, Bohm, and then Harper on first. So 3 of the 4.
So even more ridiculous. Even Turner over Mookie, Lindor, and Adames makes no sense.
No.
Now, did the Dodgers not really push Mookie into the ballot because he was hurt? I would have still kept him and then substitute him.
Yep, that's what
numbers
the
wise,
doing
he has
with
the numbers to be selected. Yep. Now, will he be selected even though he can't play? No, likely, right?
He was selected. And
are the lineups already all the selections made?
They solidified it. Yep,
when?
All done. 2 days ago.
I have to look into it. Like the actual people, like bench.
You know who's starting? Yep.
No, I know that, but that's starting lineup. I'm saying, has the rest of the lineup been announced?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sorry, have
talking
not.
about. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Do they still pick him to be in it even if he can't play?
No, not in that
To,
case.
to
You're either
officially
you're either voted in or you're not.
no, but you can be an all-star without being voted in, like you because the manager whoever gets to pick some bench players, right?
Yeah, so every team has to have one player. So that's
Uh-huh.
one of the rules. Then they fill in the spots where guys are injured, like they've had to do for Trout every year. Uh,
Yeah, no, but the managers
and
or whoever,
yep,
I think a
they
manager,
select this.
they
I
select who their bench is.
I thought it was a players vote.
Give me a second, Ron.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking that was a players vote. Just not quite sure.
I had none of that.
Okay. Just one. God, trying to negotiate with me because I'm the available parent. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't. I think. Yeah, if managers select. So what? I guess what I'm saying is, do they select Mookie knowing that he can't play just to have him as an all-star and not break his all-star streak, if you will? Uh, I would
Hard to
imagine
say.
so. I would
Hard to
imagine
say.
so,
We'll
but I don't
see.
know really how that works. To be
We'll see.
honest,
Having look at it. The players we grew up with, some of those guys were 18, 20-year all-stars. How the heck did that happen? You know?
I don't know if we should do it at this episode. Maybe this, and if we do, then that'd be the last topic. Or if we do it during our next episode, um, I kind of want to do mid-season review of our picks.
Let's save that for the next one where we can
Right.
look at where we started and then go from there.
Yeah, I think we can do this in whatever time we have. We can do a little bit of mid-season review on players, like one or two players that have surprised you, one or two players that completely let you down. You want to start?
Well, obviously I could talk about Profar all day long. He's been a
So
huge
far?
surprise at a $1 million minimum salary. They brought him back. At that, nobody wanted him. He had left, went to Colorado, was really unhappy there. He was really unhappy. Came back, and he has done nothing but perform. So he is really leading on the field, and he is that little annoying gnat that flies around you and just makes you angry, even though it's not saying anything. Apparently, he's pissing off teams all around the league right now and not really saying anything or mouthing much. It was interesting. They almost got into a fight the other day. Then they threw it at him.
I saw that. He's that annoying
Mackenzie
little.
Gore. Yeah, he is that little gnat that's flying around you at the
Exactly.
4th of July
That
picnic.
just won't die.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of good teams have those type of players. I know the Phillies, and when they have good teams, they always have one or two of those.
Yep.
The Braves too.
The other player that didn't get really any recognition, who's having a heck of a year, Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher. He's really having a good year this year. Not getting the rec. Yeah, he's been solid. I
have a card of his that I want to sell at some point soon.
I have one somewhere as well, but he's kind of been in and out. We'll see.
Is he having a good season?
He's having a good season. Yeah. I think he's been very solid, both at the plate and behind the plate. He's thrown out a lot of guys. Got a great arm on him, and he's really played well.
I don't think I can see
with your blur thing. There you go.
You can kind of see it.
Nice.
It's a Topps Now rookie auto 299 on card.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll switch this in real quick, only for the purposes of this.
Oh yeah, now we can see it.
Kind of.
I may have that somewhere. I'll have to take a look. Well, everything's boxed up, so
yeah, this is some 2021. You know what's funny? I almost bought this at zero cost, almost, because someone threw it in on an Ohtani deal that I did about a year ago. So
who are your surprise players?
Surprise players for me. Let's see. Well, It wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it was at the value I got him in fantasy. Teoscar Hernandez, um,
Oh,
the numbers he has just by
he's
being on that lineup.
yeah. He's
Uh,
hit some ridiculous homers this year. Absolutely ridiculous.
he's
Clutch player.
yeah. Teoscar
He's
Hernandez
not
has been,
somebody I would expect to be doing what he's doing.
yeah.
You know.
I thought he listen. I think he's a good value, and I knew it just based on how much it cost me, because I know what I know he can be. I know he's good for 25, 95. But in this lineup, he has the potential to do 30 something 100 plus
Yeah.
RBIs. So that's been a good surprise. Who else has been a big surprise? I'm first looking at people in my fantasy team. I thought Bobby Witt would have a really good season, um, but I didn't envision the huge jump in power and OPS that
Yeah.
he has exhibited. He's hitting the ball with authority consistently, and again, those that's where he was projected at. But I guess I'm more surprised less at the player, but at how quickly he got there.
Yep.
In his second or third full year, something like that. He's his swing, his approach, that has been surprising to me. I'm trying to think if there's any other particular player that has overperformed his contract, if you will, or played way above what I expected of him. I think this year it's been more about who hasn't than who has. Yeah, it's also been about injuries. We've been unlucky to have lost Acuna, now Mookie, then Trout.
And
So
Tatis is
that's
out
been,
now as well.
and
You
Tatis for
know.
a little bit. So that's
Yeah.
been, that's been a little bit deflating, for the hobby mostly. Now the hobby and baseball, it's kind of being sustained, carried, whatever verb you want to use, by Shohei right now. Harper has had a good season, so he's holding his own. But
Well,
if it wasn't for
Judge.
Otani, baseball would be in the trash right now.
Yeah, but you look at Judge. Judge is leading the
And
American League in
Judge, yes.
every offensive category. The guy is having a monster year. Would it be the year if Otani were still on the Angels that we wouldn't even have the Otani Judge argument like we did the one year when he did win the MVP?
I think it's pretty. Listen, I think you can pretty much put it in the books that other than something catastrophic happening,
Yeah,
those are your two MVPs. I mean, it would take a lot
I
for
agree.
them not
Well,
to win MVP. Gunner has making a
but
big
I was
push.
just going to say, Gunner has been making a name for himself in there and pushing. Now, if he pushes that team to first and they win that division outright over the Yankees, does that change?
And if the war is close, if the war number is very close, like within a point of Judge, which at the moment it is, I think last time I checked, there was like as of 2 weeks ago, it was like 4.9 and 4.6, something like that. Judge.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to decimal points and the Orioles beat them out, I can see Gunner.
Sometimes awards go to the guys who end up winning their division rather than the guy with the best stats. And which stats are you going to use to calculate it? So that'll be an interesting one at the end.
But I mean I think that's all. I think that's all for now, right? Because we don't want to keep it under an hour. I do think that next episode we should devote some time to a mid-season review of teams and predictions. So that would be that's going to be interesting. Looking forward to a full slate of games today. See what happens this weekend. We can talk about teams also, like obviously mid-season review of what we thought our predictions were, and also going forward, who we think has what it takes to get into playoffs, who hasn't, who doesn't.
Which teams are flying high and which teams are all of a sudden backpedaling from those strong starts.
Yeah.
You look at you look at the fact that the Rangers and Astros are battling out again, and Mariners are still hanging around. It's going to be interesting. We'll take a look at all that next time.
Yes, we will. So yeah, want to keep it under a minute. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. One last thing, a little bit of a plug. We have volume 25 of the Prospect Chase box still available. A few boxes, I think 4 boxes left. I'm throwing in a special, so shoot me a DM if you want to get a box for a special sale price. Also got a RAS where you can get spots to possibly win one. Also doing a sale on those. I will be going live with Christina. Christina bought a box and wants me to rip it live, so I will be going live at some point, maybe tomorrow.
Yep, she's at the Nats game today.
She is at the Nats game.
Yeah,
she texted us. Yes.
I saw that.
So I may be ripping a box of that this weekend. So stay tuned with that. But yeah, if you want a Prospect Chase box, volume 25 box, which it's loaded, you can look at the pack lineup on prospectchasebox.com. Give me a shout out and I'll give you a tax-free transaction. But that's all I've got, folks. For Ron Bartley in San Diego, this is Jorge Prospector, close to Silicon Valley.
Close enough.
Are out.
Out. Bye.
Bye, guys.